Good morning, students. We are going ahead with the discussions and studies about the social reformation in Indian society. So, social reformation is needed because people should know the wrong things they were practicing. The new changes they must adopt and accept the changes. So it's a part of the progress of the society. In ancient period, we were living in the forest. So human beings behaved according to the necessity of the forest. They were not having much dress. We were not having much buildings. So we started changing from there to society, group living, house constructions. So the house construction has gone into such a level, multi-story buildings. So that's a part of the progress. So in our social relationship, social thinking also, those kind of wrong things which had existed should be changed. We should progress. So that is what we say, changes in society. Debates and discussions started to bring changes. There is change everywhere, but to bring changes is very difficult. We all are orthodox mindsets settled. We are not ready to change. We don't want to change. We feel change is a bit difficult. So there should be debates and discussions. When a new point, a new suggestion is discussed in the class, No, sir, this is not possible, sir. Then there will be somebody who says it is possible. So it can be done like that. So first of all, a discussion or a vibration in the brains of the human being is important. Yes, is it correct or not? Shall we try it? For that, what is needed? First, put the point into the brains of the people. Make them think about it. Clear their doubts about it. Make them convinced with your arguments. Anything it is in scientific field or in the social field, anything it is like that. So, debate and discussions are important for any kind of social change. By debate and discussion, we make other person to understand our viewpoint and bring in changes. So that is important, the part of social life. So debates and discussions started, mainly in the 18th century, about the social evils that were existing in Indian society. And the reason behind that, the progress of education. People began to read, they began to counter-question the things. So when education has come, hey, it can be done like this also, what is the problem? So that thinking has brought in changes in the mindset of the people. So progress in education and printing press. See now, the progress in the development of technology makes you to hear me from here. If it was some 100 years ago, if this was situation, what would happen? No education. You'd only come to know about anything what happens in other parts of the world. So the technology has made us do this. So for that, so at that time, by the 18th century, it was important as a printing press. Now mobile phones, internet facilities provided. But that time it was printing press. Printing press pressed the materials of my discussion, my studies, whatever and it is going to the person. Now we are conducting the examination which tests your knowledge, and that knowledge which we have tested, we come to know how much you have come know about it through the paper will be received from your hand. So examinations. So like that, printing press was an important part which made thinkings of different people come into real paper, and others began to read. We may not be able to attend the debates and discussions when we read something. Hey, this is possible, no? Hey, it may be wrong what we were doing. Shall we try other way? That thinking sparks in the brain of the people. So that was this. See, along with the printing press, what did they print? Books, magazines, leaflets, newspapers, etc. All those things. So people began to write. Now, present day, if you take any newspaper in India, where all the newspapers speak about the new education policy. So there will be discussions and debates and changes in whatever it is brought out by others. So that is what important of society. So ordinary people could read and write. That's important. If you are able to read and write, then only you may be able to take the videos of the class, listen to the class, take the photos and upload on your mobile. If you are a grandparents, if you ask, they may find it very difficult. So at that time, reading itself was something good. To read something. So read and write was important. They express their ideas in social, political, economic and religious topics. That's important. What is it? Social, how to live in society, how to interact with others, how to deal with others, what relationship, what other person is doing with others, marriages, family life, social gatherings, how to behave there, all those things. That's a social. There is a society, there is a rich and poor gap is there or not, caste divisions are there. So all those things are controls of society, social. Political, how the government is functioning, what are the duties of the government, how we should control the government or how the government should control the people. All those things including the political, economic, how to make money, how the money is spent, where we will get more income. More expenditure is there, what are the sources of income. So many things we discuss about economic matters. So where should we reduce income, reduce the tax, increase the tax, all those things. Then religious, what kind of religious practices. So how many things we should discuss. So all those things were possible because people could read and write. So discussions in social matters, political, economic and religious things. Do you available materials? Materials were plenty available. So things were coming. You get this knowledge through this mobile. Some other places also you may be able to get your knowledge. You read about your textbook. So available materials. People began to read and debate about the topic. They began to read and they debated about the topic. Yeah, that is good or this. Should we conduct that or should we not conduct? So all those discussions, debates, and there will come out a good result. That's it. Prominent among them was Rajaram Mohan Roy, was born in 1772, died in 1833. The prominent figure of Indian Renaissance or Indian social development, we call him as Rajaram Mohan Roy. He is a pioneer of Indian social reforms. So, he founded an organization named Brahma Sabha. Later, that organization was renamed into Brahmo Samaj. So, it was formed in Calcutta. That is Brahma Sabha and Brahma Samaj. He wanted to persuade the people to give up the social evils. He wanted the people to understand the mistake of the social evils that they are having and change it. By understanding, not by force. Make the people understand the mistakes that we are doing. There is no logic behind this kind of social evils. Change it. That was his policy. Thinking, persuade the people. He wants to spread the Western education. He supported Western education. So he had a great knowledge about Western subjects. So he told Western education will uproot our social evils. That was the thinking of Raja Mohan Roy. He wants to bring equality and freedom for women, equal social status for women, equal social situation for women in every field. That was the thinking of Raja Mohan Roy. He wrote that women are burdened with the domestic work and no freedom to come out of their home and get education. So you know most of the population is happening like the nowadays. From morning till evening they are inside the houses. They don't come out, they are even not permitted to go to schools. Person late is there, change, drastic change in this. We must think about more than 100 years, 150 years. Okay? So, even 200 years we should think. At that time we think. Now we are 200 years, so there are drastic changes in the society. So, those changes that we see at present was brought out by such kind of people who came out and asked for a change, or who told there should be changes. Then only the changes have taken place. Otherwise there would have been no changes. And no freedom to come out and get education. That is what he was saying. He was against Sati. Yesterday I had discussed about Sati. He was well versed in Sanskrit, Persian, several Indian and foreign languages, European languages, English, Greek, like the languages he was expert. Tried to show that no sanction in ancient, and Sati had no record in ancient texts, means in the Vedas or in Ramayana or Mahabharata, there is no record of Sati. That was his argument. Lord William Benedict banned Sati as per the request of Raja Mohan Roy in 1829. Sati was banned by the British government in 1829. As per the request of Raja Mohan Roy was the figure who prominently worked for a banning of Sati. So British government agreed to it and it was banned in 1829. This is Raja Mohan Roy. Let us see him. So this is Raja Mohan Roy. This is a practice of Sati. You see, the lady is brought inside. This is a fire, and she sits over there, and then burning, she dies. She has no chance to escape. See, they are waiting with the sword. They cannot, no chance to escape. You see other thing? You don't see any females. Here, one lady is standing. Mostly, only male members are dominant. So she has no chance to escape. So those who advocate Sati, those who support Sati, what do they speak? Women are in nature of inferior. Women in nature itself they are inferior. That is what the dominant male members say. Inferior understanding. In understanding they are inferior. Without resolution, they cannot take any decision or a oath or a promise. They cannot do it, keep it. Unworthy of trust, they cannot be trusted. This is what the persons who are against supporting Sati would speak. So, many of them, on the death of their husbands, become desirous of accompanying them. He said, many wanted to die along with the husband. So why should we stop them? They are ready to die along with the husband, so let them go and die. So that is what he said. On the death of their husbands become desirous of accompanying them. They are ready to go along with us. If that is the situation, if we are ready, many people commit suicide, why we should try to stop the people from committing suicide? We should not have. Let them go and commit suicide. But government and organizations, everybody is trying to stop persons from committing suicide. Because life should not take it. So that is what is the reason. So this is like that the person will push him, kill him. That's what is happening. Desirous of accompanying them. But to remove every chance of their trying to escape, now if somebody thinks that I don't want to die along with my husband, that lady may try to escape. Then what they do? From the blazing fire surrounding her, see the photo, surrounding so much of fire is there. From that, if she wants to escape, what we do? In burning, then we first tie them down to the pile, to that complete body, tie, so that the lady will never escape. The tie, put to fire. So you see, what is the situation of a human living body is getting burned? How much pain that person gets. So this is the they support this kind of. So should not escape. That was the argument of the persons who are supporting Sati. Now let us see opponents of Sati. Raja Ram Mohan Rai and his fellows who opposed Sati should not be there. Said Sati should be there. They told Sati should be stopped. Those members. When did you ever afford them a fair opportunity? Did you give any chance, any time to the ladies to be equal in everything? Did you check their trust any time? Did you give them any chance? Without giving any chance, how can you say that he is not able to do it? When a 100-meter race is there, you are asked to complete it within 1 minute. Without permitting another, you are not able to complete. How can you decide? Let them try. Then you decide. That's what other one is saying. Exhibiting, showing their natural capacity. This is a question raised by Raja Mohan Rai. Opportunity of exhibiting their natural capacity. How then can you accuse them of want of understanding? Without testing, if the person may be looking fat, he wants to run, you are not permitting, you will not complete. After testing him, he is able to complete it within 1 minute or not, let us see. After leaving him, then he can decide. Without leaving, how can he decide? So that is what the question is asked. If after instruction, after giving him the chance to do something, after I teach you something, then if you are not able to do, then I can say he is not able to do. If after instruction, in knowledge and wisdom, a person cannot comprehend, after teaching, educating, then the person is not able to understand or retain what has been taught him, we may consider. Still it is not compulsory because all human beings are not same. There are differences in the human beings. Some will be very good in learning, some will be a bit slow in learning. Some will be very good in handwriting, some handwriting will not be good. Some will be attending the class very well, but when they comes to the paper, it may not be there. So there are differences in the human beings. In our day-to-day activities also. We know it. If everything is same, things will be not broken world. It's not everything. We need every sort of people. We all wanted to become astronomers. All wanted to become doctors. All are philosophers. Then who will do other work? So in a society, we need all sorts of people. Naturally, it should be there. It is there also. So that is what. So has been taught him, we may consider him as a deficient. Then we may say he is not able to do that much. Without giving him a test, we should not decide whether the person is able to do or not. Give him a test. So that test will prove that he is able to do. But if you do not educate women, how can you see them as a inferior? Without giving a chance to learn, how can you say you cannot argue? Without teaching you this portion, how can I say that you are you don't know anything about study? How can teaching this one. Now if I ask you about Sadi, if you are not able to say anything, then I can say he is not able to understand. So primary duty is to make you understand, then conduct the things. That is what the Raja Ramakrishna teaches. Now widow remarriage. Naturally when the Sadi is stopped, widow remarriage is necessary. You know, it is a custom. In cinemas you see when the husband died, you can see that they go and hit the bangles, remove the bindi. Cinemas you see those kind of things. And they wear white sarees. White sarees for what? To tell the public that my husband died. Why the male members do not wear white shirt and pant? Why the bindi is to be removed? Why? Because to tell the public that lady her husband died. By them, what identification male members are having when wife is dead? Nothing else. So, widow remarry, those widows whose husband died should be able to marry again. For there are persons who supported widow remarriage. So, widow remarriage, first of the important person is Vidya. Yes, a person highly educated, his person is Vidya Sagar. Ishwarchandra was his name, he was given a qualification Vidya Sagar. Sagar means ocean, knowledge. Ocean of knowledge is. So that is supported. In 1856, British government made a law permitting widow remarriage as a legal action. So in 1856, British government made. So rules and regulations are made. So that is. We accept that rules and regulations. Now education, anything. Now divorce cases. Divorce can be done. What are the procedures for divorce? So all the case law is passed by the parliament. How can we apply for divorce? So like that law was made at that time for a widow remarriage. Accepted widow remarriage as a legal thing is permitted by the government. In Madras Presidency, this was supported by a person named VEERASALINGAM PANTULU. He is a person who supported the widow remarriage in Madras Presidency, that is Spain, and mainly in Telugu speaking areas. When we go to central India, it was SWAMI DAYANAND Saraswati. Swami Dayananda Saraswati supported the widow remarriage, and he was a founder of Arya Samaj. We will see him later also, more organizations are there. Founder of Arya Samaj. But these are social reformers who support it, but there are people who are not ready to accept it. The law is passed. But still people are not ready to accept widow remarriage. They don't want, they don't support it. So it was after so long process only the widow remarriage was accepted and it has become a normal practice in the society. It was not easy. Government will make law, but stopping even Sadi was banned by the government in 1829. But in 1984 also Sadi had happened in India. 1984. So that is easy. 1829 plus 9. So society to accept that to take time. We have to educate. That's all. This is Swami Dayananda Saraswati. So, Ishwarchandra Vidya Sagar. Dayananda Saraswati, Ishwarchandra Vidya Sagar. Reshundri Devi, we have studied about her last year. I hope you remember the book written by her. Or try to find out from your brain. This is a VEERASALINGAM, who is a person who has supported a widow remarriage in a Madras Presidency area, mainly in Telugu. We will study about Reshundri Devi tomorrow, next class. Okay, thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you.